Welcome back to the United Score, the match between Manchester United and Crystal Palace. The first half was nothing much to write home about. First half, Manu played very lazy. At one point, me I wonder why the defense have so much of the ball. Why the ball can't stay in the midfield? Why he can't push up? Why Greenwood can't get a touch of the ball? Why when he pass the ball, he can't get it back? Why when Marcus Rashford get the ball and Anthony Martial, he have to go back down to the defense. So yes, I know we won the game, but I rather to win the game and play like that than lose the game and play like that. So winning the game is of utmost importance and is the first thing that I would look for. But the game itself wasn't much to write home about. The game was very scrappy. Today, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made it clear what his intentions are. He is more focused on finishing in the top four than actually winning the FA Cup. So he put out a strong side, even though we didn't play as well as we could have played. But he put out a strong side and we won 2-0. The game was very scrappy, as I said before. If it wasn't for David De Gea today, we would have been down 2-0 in the first half. And we saw where he made another save in the second half. So I don't know where Manu was, where the mental capacity was. Only three players I can say that were worth watching in that game were David De Gea, Anthony Martial, and Marcus Rashford. Yes, Bruno Fernandes had an assist and he should have scored that goal that was provided to him by Marcus Rashford. So I don't know. The ball, all he had to do, that ball that Marcus Rashford played to him, all he had to do was just tap it in. He went for power and he hit the post. Again, we won the game 2-0, but I am still at a point where I have to criticize the game or how we played the game. We won the game like how we would have won a game in the first half of the season, and that was not good enough for us. Playing like this, I have seen where we played very scrappy and won a game, and then the next game we played, we lost. So that is why I am how I am right now. We didn't have to play that game the way we did. The flair of the game was not there. The tenacity, the high tempo that Bruno and Pogba would have provided were not there. And I know Ole was missing all that from the Manchester United team. The defense was very, very weak. They played very scrappy. And I did not like Fosu-Mensah at the left back. That is not how Luke Shaw plays, and how he played today was reminiscent of why we really need Luke Shaw back or Brandon Williams. They are the two people that fit the left back position, and we need them back urgently, immediately for the Chelsea game on Sunday. I know we will win on Sunday, but I want the game to be one that we can watch from Manchester United and not a game that we have to defend. Defending is not our strong suit, and right now, and we should not be defending a game to win it. We should be bossing the game in the middle of the park. And we have two players that love to boss the ball, Pogba and Fernandes, but they were also missing, even though, again, as I said, there was an assist from Bruno Fernandes. And Paul Pogba was missing throughout the game. His game was off today again, and I don't know what he's waiting on to bring that player that we know he has, but we saw where he was missing again for us today. So Harry Maguire, the game today again was off. I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. So you are the captain. You should be setting a standard for the team. Setting a standard for Manchester United as to what Van Dijk is setting for Liverpool. Be the man at the back that no one can pass or should be passing. Be the man that when a forward comes to you, he thinks twice about whether to run past you or not. So we need to see more better leadership and better playing from Harry Maguire. And I still think we need another centre-back to partner with him because Lindelof is not cutting it. Today we saw where our left-backs are missing and we didn't have a player to put in that position. I thought he would have played Diogo Dalot at that position. Between Fosu-Mensah, I was also happy that he had played, but after the game I see where he's not to be playing at that position. He's not a left-back. So Manchester United, we have much to improve on. We have 2 more games left. We have West Ham and we have Leicester City. And I know we can win those games. We need to finish in top 4 to go to Champions League. We need Champions League football next season. Well, not next season. This season coming up, because the season is going to be starting right after this one ends. So Let us get in the top 4 and win the next 2 games. Let's get into the player ratings. Today, David De Gea was like Superman for us. So, David De Gea, for me, you are the man of the match, and I'm going to give you a 9 for the 3 saves that you made today that impacted the game. You could have lost the game if you didn't make those saves. So, let's give David De Gea a 9 and give him the man of the match today. He deserved it. Now, Fosu Mensah, I didn't like you at left back. I don't know what happened. I don't like the game that you played today. You didn't make the runs properly that Luke Shaw or Brandon Williams would have made, and your defending sometimes was off. You made some silly fouls, and I didn't like the game you had at the back. So I'm gonna give you a 5. Harry Maguire, never like a game whatsoever. Yes, you made some stops, which is your job anyways, but I didn't like it. So you're still gonna get a 5 from me also. Lindelof, defense never come off today. Didn't like it one bit. Yes, we held to a 0-0 draw, but that was after VAR intervened and chalked off the goal that Ayew had scored. So you could have conceded if VAR wasn't a part of it. So Lindelof, giving you a 5. Wan-Bissaka, no. That game you had was not the game that you should have played. Very scrappy. Your passing, you need to work on the crossing, Wan-Bissaka. Crossing the ball is of utmost importance. You need to cross the ball properly. Stop playing flat crosses. And I'm going to give you a 4. Scott McTominay, the game you had didn't impact whatsoever or much. Yeah, you were in the park as a centre defensive midfielder, but that's pretty much it. Just running up and down. So I'm going to give you a 5. Paul Pogba, missing in action. MIA. Yes, you played. We saw where you held up the ball somewhat, but we need more from you. We know what you have in store for us. So the game you had was not worth more than a 5. Mason Greenwood, yep, you were missing 2. You made that shot that you scuffed from across. I can only grade it today, Mason. I don't want to beat you too much. So Mason, you're the 18-year-old that made an impact in Manchester United this year. So the game you had today was not worth more than a 5 for me. So Bruno Fernandes, still a scrappy game. Yes, you show that you had your class because of that assist that you had. I mean, some things that I was wondering, why would Bruno do that? I saw one instance where you made a brilliant cross. It didn't come off, but if that had come off, it would have been an amazing assist. But the rest of the game that you had was pretty scrappy, making passes that weren't coming off. So the game you had was a 5 also. Marcus Rashford, pretty impactful. You were one of the players that I was looking forward for most of the game. Had a great game for me. Yes, the game was scrappy, but then again, you had to go and collect the ball to bring it forward. I saw that you wanted to score, and I saw that you wanted to put the ball in the goal up front to Martial, to Bruno, even though it didn't come off because the rest of the players weren't in the game as you were. So I'm going to give you an 8 this week for the game. Anthony Martial, a consistent player you have turned out to be, the number 9 that we need in Manchester United, scoring goals and collecting the ball. You had a really good game, Anthony Martial. So I'm going to give you an 8 for the game you had. You have watched the match analysis of Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Now stay tuned to the United score for the game on Sunday. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to the United score.